Well, the topic I wanted to bring up was parallel universes. Actually,
Parallel universe.
do you believe that there's another world right now where we're either doing the exact same thing, having a podcast, or there's the other version of you cooking or working at the moment or driving around somewhere? Do you believe that there's another person just like you, just doing different things?
Are we talking about like doppelgangers? Like there's a doppelganger over there, like an actual like.
Not necessarily doppelgangers. Like you know how the theory that let's say you're
Every
walking around the
decision
street.
you make, every decision you
Yes.
make
So
affects your life. So basically, there could be a decision that could be like, oh, I made this type of choice or this type of choice that would have made a different outcome. So that started an entire parallel universe. That's like, oh, I made a choice here compared to the choice I made in real life in this technical universe, and the other universe I made the other choice. So it's like that. It's
right. And if you think you are technically living as a parallel universe or not, like Fernando said, let's say you're walking down the street and if you turn to the left, you find $10 million on the floor somewhere. If you turn right, however, you bump into somebody that offers you a job. Obviously, if you go to the left, your life will change because you're picking up on the money. If you go to the right, your life will also change because now you have a new job. But it's like it splits into two different realities. One reality where you, Andre, are now $10 million richer, and you make decisions based on that. And now there's another Andre in a different universe that accepted the job offer, and now he's working at whatever you're working, and it's coming with all the choices and the lifestyles. Do you believe that there's a situation like that, or it's just one straight line? The decision I make is the only decision that exists.
Where my life, where I've been constantly enveloped with science fiction, or like science itself, or like just stories. I kind of do believe that there is an alternate universe or parallel dimension that
parallel.
parallel dimension that we could all be existing at this very moment. There's even, I remember reading something about scientists that believe that in the microscopic, like subspace, it could be an entrance to another parallel dimension.
Yes.
Like, if I don't know if you've ever seen Ant-Man.
I had a feeling he's gonna bring up Ant-Man.
Well, in
My
Ant-Man,
head.
they can shrink down to like almost a parallel level, to almost dimensions, even to like time and like differential space. So it's a possibility to shrink down to microscopic levels and keep shrinking to a point where you grow into another dimension. Or the same thing could be for a black hole. You can be sent there, or you're sent through a different time space or some crap like that. But I kind of do believe it's a possibility.
How about you, Fernando? Where do you stand on that?
I could believe that. I don't know. We don't understand everything yet, so I don't know. I kind of believe there was a parallel universe ever since I was a kid. I don't know. I do believe in it personally.
Okay, you been?
I just find
Yeah,
it
I kinda
interesting the
believe it.
topic.
I believe there's a parallel universe. I kind of think of the idea there's a totally opposite me out there. Here I am, black and skulls. The other me is probably like
Right, there's
some
multiple
blonde
different versions.
bimbo dressed up in pink. Ugh.
There's always
The only
that.
reason
I
why
like
I
pink.
You're
mentioned
very polar opposite of who you are, Fernando, with all his weird shit
Yeah, there could
behind
be
him.
there could be a version of me who doesn't like metal.
Yeah,
There could
no
be a
different
version of
hairstyle, just
different
clean
hairstyle.
everything.
a very
Yeah,
clean-cut professional person.
yeah. Thanks.
He's like anime. What the
Thanks
hell's
for
that?
making me feel more depressed than what I'm feeling today.
My bad.
So okay. Yeah. Good job.
Oh god.
The only reason I brought it up was because well, movies obviously, but there have been like documented moments of that happening. Like this one person.
I
You
have
know which one?
I know. Yeah. There's two. They're called the Mandela effect, which is basically about speaking about people. There's a group of people that remember something this way, but it
Yeah.
turns out it's something completely different. For example, it was like the Berenstein Bears. Everyone called them the Berenstein Bears, but apparently they're actually called
Yeah,
Berenstein
I
Bears,
watched
something
the
like
video
that.
like that. I watched the video like
Yeah, so that's the like a whole thing that it's kind of been like the Mandela effect. The reason it's called the Mandela effect is because of, I think, is it Joseph Mandela? I forgot. It's like someone died and people swore he died in the 80s, but he technically died in the 2000s,
And it's like a
2010s.
large group of people believe that to be the truth. So it's like, how can so many people be wrong about something if everybody believes in the same thing, basically? It
Mm-hmm.
was embarrassing. It was something about a peanut butter company. I think it was
Oh
Jiffy,
yeah.
Jif. Some people say it was Jiffy peanut butter. Some people say it was just Jif. Some people say it was never that name. It was something different. So it's like half
And
the world
then
believes one thing, and then the other one believes the other.
oh, where is another one? Fuck.
the
Oh,
Sinbad
the
movie.
biggest one is the
Sinbad movie.
Shazam, the Sinbad movie. Yeah, it's like people were like, no, it was was it? It was Shaq who played him. No, Shaq is the one who played him, but people thought Sinbad was the one who played him, the genie.
Hmm.
But no, it was Shaq who played him. I
No,
forgot what was the name of the movie. It was
no.
some
But
weird.
what I remember is because I saw this as a video that Sinbad has had his own movie. Like I forgot what the title was, but Sinbad had his own movie. But people bring that up, or even look it up on Google. It never exists. But people have memories of Sinbad having his own movie, some place or time. The comedian
Mm-hmm.
Sinbad. And then whenever you look it up, it's like it never existed. But people have memories of like, oh, I remember this movie, or I
Yeah.
remember hearing about this movie and all that stuff. And I'm like,
Even the Star Wars reference, since you guys are fans, like a lot of people believe it's Luke, I am your father. And they're
Oh
like, they never ever said that in the movie, and so many
no.
people believe that it's actually what it was.
really?
Uh, yeah, many people believe that he says, "Luke, I am your father." No, he says, "No, I am your father."
Huh.
Obi-Wan never told you about your father.
But
He told me enough. He told me
Fernando
you killed
basically said
him.
the name of the thing that I didn't know. I couldn't think of it from the top of my head, but the McNally effect is what I was
Yeah,
trying to think
it
of.
was that it was the singer who no, it was not a singer. It was some protester guy who
Hey.
some protester guy who died who was famous, and then he dies in the 2010s, and then people were shocked because there's like, no, I thought he died in jail in the 80s. Like people remember him dying in the 80s, so it's like all confusing. You get it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Sinbad movie. Yeah, it's called Shazam.
Is it? No, I thought it was
The
a
movie's
different.
called Shazam, but it wasn't Sinbad. It was Shaquille O'Neal.
That was Shaquille O'Neal, right? Yeah.
I thought
That
it
was
was a.
Shaquille
Oh,
O'Neal.
I thought it was a different one. All right.
No, it was Shazam because people got it confused, and it was Shaquille O'Neal who played. But that was during the time when Shaquille O'Neal was trying to do an acting career. Like it was like in the 90s.
Yeah, he did that. He did that superhero movie called
Yeah,
Steel.
Steel. Was it called Steel? Some shit
Yeah,
like
it was
that.
Steel, where he was supposed to be. He was supposed to be a black metal version of Superman, but for some reason he never had the cape or the Superman symbol, and the story went somewhere else. I don't know what.
AKA Trash Boat.
So yeah, it was still Steel, but it wasn't really DC Comics Steel. So
Yeah, I've never actually seen it, but from the photos I've seen, that was basically Dollar Tree steel.
yeah, pretty much.
Mm. Maybe that's why it didn't last that long.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
Hello, hello.
Look who finally decided to join the party.
Little late.
Where?
I was eating.
It's okay.
What a loser who eats.
Loser.
Loser.
Well, since you just joined, Mark, basically what we just went over was I was talking about parallel universes and different timelines. And Fernando, please repeat the word that I forgot what it was.
The Mandela
The
effect.
Mandela.
Yeah,
so we
that's
talked
like,
about that, discussing that.
I
Yeah,
don't know
that's
if you
what we
guys
were
have heard
discussing.
of like the Berenstain.
Yeah,
Berenstain.
Yeah,
That's literally the
just
first thing we talked about. Yeah, because it's the most commonly known. Yes.
Mhm.
But that's what we were talking. Like, what's your opinion on that? That do you believe that that's something that is just a huge coincidence that so many people are wrong, or do you believe that there has to be two different timelines, and that maybe some of us remember things from different timelines, and now we're all combined, and that's why some people remember one thing, some people remember the other.
I believe it's definitely possible. I mean, I've heard enough of those, like, what do you call them? Like glitch in the Matrix stories, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the glitch in the Matrix.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Like, I've heard enough of those to where I'm like, maybe. I mean, it's possible. I'm sure a lot of those are just people misremembering things, but I wouldn't discard the possibility, but I mean, it could happen.
That's
hmm
why some people say that when you have deja vu, it's basically that, because maybe you experienced that in a different timeline, and now you just so happen to be experiencing it again. But that's another thing that people sometimes
See, I
say
know
that.
just deja vu because it's like a fucking dream or some shit, and then
It
it
could be.
happens, and then I'm like,
It's
what the
Oh
shit?
yeah.
it's something
No,
like that.
deja vu is when you, like, experience something that you could swear you've experienced before, like, the exact same way.
Yeah, it's a French word.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
I've
That
actually
is so weird.
had experiences with deja vu, and if I remember, it was like a dream. Why the fuck is my phone on?
What?
My phone just
He
started.
sounded so. He sounded
Was
so
that the dream?
aggressive.
No, because my phone just turned on and started recording my voice. I was like, okay, CIA's on.
Oh, it does that. It does that randomly. It's like Siri or randomly hits me up, and it's
Hey,
like,
hello to the NSA for me.
No,
"Where's my FBI agent?"
no, seriously, that's the weirdest ass time. I'm talking about deja vu. NSA is on my ass now.
So how dare you speak of
He
that,
knows too
Andres?
much.
You know, so no, I've had experience
Shoot
with
him down.
deja vu like years later. Like I've had like a dream, or it felt like a dream, and then years later, I'm like, wait a minute, I feel like I've been in this situation before. Like, what the fuck?
hmm
So,
That happened to me too.
mm-hmm. So,
I've
Yeah, we
been
just
there.
kind of brush it off.
I've had
We
that
never really
too,
think
yeah.
about it. We just brush it off.
Yeah, I had a dream like that. That it's weird because I remember it happened. The dream I had was like a year before thing actually happened, and it happened exactly like in my dream. And I was just like,
Oh, I've
I've been
had
here.
that shit.
I'm like, I've been here before.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's just
it's trippy, bro.
spooky. We're all gonna die.
Oh.
Give me that. Give me that.
But that was basically my topic. If you guys had
Yeah.
to
Could I ask,
anything
like,
to add on to that,
Could I ask you a quick question from you? What movie did you watch that?
Yeah, that made you think of that.
Yeah.
it's
Spider-Man
it's
3.
it's not necessarily the Magnolia Effect, whatever he just said. That I
Mandela.
separately did on YouTube, whatever. Like I looked at it. I was watching a movie. I can't remember. It's on Netflix though. I think it's AHS or something tapes. But
Oh.
basically, it's about this guy that's working in the basement trying to make like a time machine, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And he succeeds. And when he's in the basement, he's looking at the mirror, like I'm looking at the mirror right now, which is my time machine. And as I peek my head in, the other version of me is doing the exact same thing. So we're both
I've
talking to
seen
each
that
other.
movie.
We were both trying to make a time machine. And then he's like, okay, you go to my world for 15 minutes. I'll go to your world for 15 minutes. And then we'll come back and we'll switch. And since
It's in
we're both
Spanish,
interested-
right?
Yes.
What's it called?
Argentina or
What's
something.
it called? What's it called?
VHS. That's VHS 2, I think.
It
I
wasn't
gotta-
It
interesting
starts
to
out
watch.
really normal, and then it just slowly gets more and more fucked up as you go along.
I
And
gotta
the
give
thing
that
got
one
me
a try.
was that they both died. And, like it's like they both died at the same time, and the whole reason they died is because they went to the other universe.
Oh,
And they
really?
get killed by
Wait,
the
their
wife.
wives kill both of them, right?
Yeah,
Oh no, wait.
it's because the wife
Yeah.
number one, which is like the normal human,
Mhm.
when the other guy came in, he was so fucked up in the head and scared. So that scared the wife. So she ended up killing him because she thought he was the monster. And then the regular guy died over there when he came back because the first guy panicked. So regardless, both guys switched worlds. They got scared with what they saw. And when they came back, the wives didn't like what they saw, and they killed them both.
The,
So
I
both of them
remember like
died by the way.
the demon wife's eyes like light up, and she
Mhm.
just like kills him with her weird like tooth pussy thing.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tooth pussy thing.
That's
You
something
guys
I wasn't
have to
expecting
watch
to
it
hear.
though. It's like we can't explain it. Like you have to see what it is because
You have to watch
that's the whole
this,
reason I remember
Fernando.
it
You
because
really
I'll give it a try now because now I'm actually intrigued. But at the same time, what'd you say? Teeth and
you have my
pussy. I'm like
curiosity.
I'm having flashbacks.
Crushed by a tooth pussy. I mean, what more do you need to know?
Okay, it's better. It's better than just getting your thing bitten off like your teeth.
Oh yeah, like
God,
that one
that was-
movie where if she doesn't have sex with the one she truly loves, her vagina.
That's literally called Teeth. That movie.
That's Teeth.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I have a topic to talk about. I actually saw something.
Okay.
Okay.
Um,
Go.
So it was a good question. What is if you propose to someone and they say no, is the relationship just over from there?
I wouldn't say so.
I don't think so.
I don't know,
Depends on
to be
how they
honest.
say it.
Well,
It depends on how
Depends
they
on how
say
he
no. If
says
they're
it.
like, nah, fuck you, I don't want
No, because what I heard is if people actually, if they deny the proposal, what I heard from majority of people, usually the relationship's over.
I figured as much.
Usually, well, that's what I hear. Because what I heard from friends who propose to other, like, friends thing, usually the relationship ends when the other person says no. Because it basically means, I don't really want to be with you, in a sense. I don't know. I never had an experience because I never proposed to anybody because I'm a good boy. But I don't know. I can't really say much. I never been through a situation like that.
Okay, Courtney, you
Personally.
said
And from, like,
you say the relationship's
Meh.
not over. So what do you mean?
Well, I don't 100% believe it's not over because maybe they're saying no because they're not ready to get married or
Right.
they're not in a place to get married. It doesn't automatically mean I don't love you, I don't want to be with you.
Exactly. That's my view on it too.
And this is good because it's from a woman's perspective.
Yeah. Like if he
Mhm.
proposed to me right now, not gonna lie, I would
So, yeah,
say
no.
I would say no because we're not in a place to get married. We're
Mhm.
nowhere close.
The
We
only difference would be that her and I.
That's what I think too, really.
But
It makes sense.
if a guy proposes, you
Wait,
kinda put the
Fabrice,
woman on the spot.
you sound low. I can't hear you.
Yeah, I can't hear you.
Oh, sorry. Can you hear me a little better or no?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, she can finish her thing because, like I said, I'm just glad we're getting this from a woman's perspective. But one thing I will notice is that when we do propose, we tend to do it in a public place for show. So I feel like if we do that, it kind of puts pressure on a woman. So she'll feel like she either has to say yes just to not hurt my feelings, or she'll say no and she'll run away because she's embarrassed of putting me down. But yeah, I feel like if you're in a relationship and you talk to your woman or your husband, you know what I mean. If you talk to the guy or the
Yeah,
girl,
yeah, yeah.
talk this out, then you guys are usually on even terms. Like you'll know, yes, we want to get married, but no, we're not ready. So I'm obviously not going to pop the question if I know that we're not ready. But if I feel things are going in the right path and I think we're both financially ready to move out, then I would definitely pop the question. But
Right.
like you said, if I asked her now, she would tell me no right away. And although I would be upset, I personally don't think the relationship will be over in my case.
Yeah.
All I know is, okay, I'll deal with the embarrassment. Maybe we weren't ready. We can work things out. But maybe there's guys that'll be like, she doesn't want to get married. She turned me down. There's no point in being in a relationship if this girl does not love me enough to marry me. And I feel like that's fucked up.
hence the promise ring, ladies and gents.
Oh my
But
god.
Courtney, like you said, you not even counting me because I'm here, regardless if we're single or not. If
Is the mic cut off?
Yeah,
The
his
hits,
mic,
yeah. Okay.
his
Is the
mic
mic
cut
cut
off.
off?
I can hear him for a second.
Yeah.
Is the mic still
sorry,
cut off?
we got a phone call, so that's why.
Yeah, like she knows I'm fucking doing this. I don't understand why she's calling me right now.
Bastards. But continue. What were you saying?
Oh, what I was asking Courtney is, if regardless it's me, somebody else, whoever the hell it is, just strictly got a conversation. If you think like if a guy proposed to you, would you still be with him afterwards? Do you think the relationship is not worth being together if you already turned him down, or do you think it's something that you can work out with the guy that you're with?
It depends on how the relationship is going. If I don't see myself with that person and they pop the question and I say no, then okay, that's a sign that we're not meant to be together. Or if I just simply feel like I'm not ready, I would just tell him right after, like, look, I'm just not ready for that step. I don't think we are. I don't think we can handle it yet, or something like that.
So you think,
Doesn't
so it depends on the person for you?
it would depend. So for me, with you, it's because I don't think we're ready yet, not because I don't see a future with you. I do.
And then from my point of view is, okay, we're not ready. At least we're honest enough to discuss it. But I wouldn't look at Courtney and be like, all right, she said she doesn't want to get married. I might as well just go and date somebody else because clearly she doesn't want to have a future with me. In my case, I don't think relationships are necessarily supposed to end on a no proposal, basically. At least that's in my point of view.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
why I don't really agree with doing it in a public place unless you're 100% sure she's going to say yes.
Yes, or just be like, no. I'm gonna do it somewhere else instead of a public place. That's just me.
I don't know.
Honestly, that's more something that you should, in my opinion anyway, that's more of a private thing, like just what you and your girl or you and your whatever, significant other, whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
Penis.
that's not really something you want to do, like, at a
Hey
fucking
guys,
mall.
look at us. Pay
Or if you want to be
attention.
really romantic, something you would do at a KFC. There you go.
Mhm.
What better place to pop the question?
Oh yeah,
Fuck it,
you wanna
chicken
get
So yes, I'll get you some extra wings, baby.
extra wings, baby?
Look at that.
No,
How
no.
badly do you want that coleslaw?
No, you know what? Pop the question at a Taco Bell, and then we'll ask them if we can.
We'll get the
No, I'm just
supreme.
No.
We'll get the supreme quesadilla.
For the love of God, don't
That's
propose to me at Taco Bell.
There's actually some people where it's like, oh, I'll propose at this very fancy restaurant, but it's low key. I'll deny him, make him look like a piece of shit, walk out on him, and then it's like the waiter comes and is like, "Sir,
free food.
yeah, free food for all that shit." So people just
Yeah.
do that. It's like, I bet, let's go to the next restaurant next time and do that.
Yeah,
Free
that's actually
food?
a pretty common scam.
Is it really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw some stuff
Oh.
like that. I was like, wow, genius.
So
Some
you,
people do the
so you
opposite.
just propose to someone, and then if they say no, they walk out, and then the other person gets free food?
Yeah, pretty much. They give
I
him
got
free food
another
because they
one.
feel bad because he's a loser.
No, I got another one. I think it said it works better if you're a girl, but it would probably work either way. Just go to an expensive restaurant, say that you're waiting for somebody, right? Just sit there and, like, after an hour, start crying. And eventually they'll realize that, oh shit, this person's been stood up. Well, fuck, let's give them a free meal to make them feel better. Meanwhile, it was just you the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
It was me.
Some people do the opposite, though. There's been things on Instagram and Facebook about it. They pretend to propose, so they'll pretend to say yes, and that's a celebration. Sometimes people bring, like, desserts and stuff to celebrate that she said yes, so they can get free food or free discounts.
Right.
Some people
that
even
works
said
too.
they go to the wedding cake proposal, saying that, yeah, we're getting married, so they can get samples of wedding cakes, and then be like, oh, yeah, I'll definitely book you guys for my wedding and baking and all that. And they just
I hadn't heard of
some
that
people do the opposite. They
And be like,
say
haha.
they do, just so they can get free shit.
Jesus.
Free shit is always fun shit.
One
Was it
someone
5-figure
forgets They did
discount?
that at the restaurant, and they do, like, the opposite twice at the same place.
Didn't you get married here last week? Like, what's going on, man? Like, what are you doing?
Damn,
What
you
are you
got
doing
to
here?
that quick, son? Good for you.
Oh, my legs.
An Xbox 360? What?
Yeah. I don't. So yeah, that was pretty much my topic because I saw that. I was like, you know what? This seems like an interesting topic.
Yeah, but Andre, you never gave us your idea. How do you?
I think it's. I don't know. In my opinion, I guess it's just like too much movies or whatever. I think it's always just over. In my opinion, because they said no,
Gaspy
and
gasp.
it's like, oh, so I guess it's really.
You don't
not
want to
gonna
be with me, biatch.
Wow.
I'll take my Boba Fett helmet somewhere else.
Good. It smelled like cheese anyway.
How dare you? It was mint condition in a case.
But I don't
No,
know.
but continue.
I really think it's just over after that. I mean,
You're a loser.
I've never been, like Fernando said, I haven't been in the experience either, so I think it'd be over. But if it happens,
I know, who
I'll
knows?
let you guys know.
I'll let you guys know. He's planning something. Next thing you know, he's like, ah, she
Next week,
said
guys,
no.
it'll work.
It didn't work.
It's like,
Guys, can I hang out with you guys? I'm sad.
She said no.
Upload that to the podcast channel. Proposal prank gone wrong.
Gone sexual. Gone wrong, gone
3
sexual.
a.m. proposal prank gone wrong.
Oh, gone sexual. Gone confused. No clickbait. Truth.
How I propose
No,
is my
we'll
dick in a
finally do
box
the
and the
face
ring's
reveal.
right there.
Oh, God. While playing my dick in a box.
It's my dick in a box.
But yeah, I think I think it'd be over. But
That's what I thought, but they actually brought up some good points that it could be like a certain situation. Why would they deny it?
yeah,
See, that's the thing. In, like, to wrap this topic up, at least on my end, right? Like,
yeah.
it depends on how she says no. Like, if it's just flat out
He's like,
no,
ew, hell no. So are you even with me?
it's just
That's
straight
my
up
first
no,
question.
I
Why are you
fucking
with
marry
me?
you, then, I mean, in that case, yeah, it's over. But if it's more like, look, I would like to marry you maybe someday, but right now I'm just not ready, that's different. I wouldn't say
That's
it's
different. Yeah, that's what I agree to.
Yeah.
But if she's just like, fuck you, no, I'm not going to marry you, then, yes.
She's like, "Ew, you're ugly. So why are you with me in the first place?" Like
I
that.
needed
I'd be
someone
like,
to make me look good.
"Oh man, now I look like a potato."
I'll add one question to what Andre said as a follow-up question to that topic,
Yeah, what's up?
especially you from a woman perspective. But if you want to turn down the guy, you think it's right for her to pretend to say yes just so he doesn't deal with embarrassment, and then privately on the side you'd be like, "Look, I'm sorry, I wanted to say no, but I just don't want to hurt your feelings." Or
No,
just be straight up.
No,
Be like,
that's
"Dude,
worse.
No,
No, that's
that's worse.
Rather
No,
get it
dude,
out, rip off the Band-Aid.
that's an emotional roller coaster. No, it's better.
That's
It's better
worse.
just to say
Do it right
straight
then
up.
and there.
So just rip
Yeah,
off the
it's better
Band-Aid."
to say
rip the
straight up,
Band-Aid off
nah,
right there and then. It's
nah,
like,
bro.
No. It's like that one
Yeah, be
video
like,
I
no.
saw where
That's
this
the
guy was
Yeah,
proposing.
and God forbid people are watching. Don't listen to whatever the fuck they're saying.
Yeah. It's like
That's
this
the
one video I
equivalent
saw.
of like,
What? Oh, sorry, Mark. Where I saw this guy who was getting down to propose. She was saying, "No, stop, stop, stop." Some guy was walking over with like ukulele or whatever. She grabs and smacks it over his head and then just walks away.
Oh yeah, yeah. I remember that
It
one.
was in the middle of a mall
Mean.
too, I think.
Poor ukulele guy, he did nothing wrong. He was just minding his own business.
No, she grabs the ukulele from the guy playing and she hits the boyfriend that was proposing.
Yeah.
I understand that, but the poor ukulele had nothing to do with that. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I
it's
agree.
a poor victim.
But
It's
yeah,
a victimless crime.
she had to stop it somehow, man.
Ukulele do-
But
Yeah,
yeah,
I
Mark,
remember that video.
Oh,
yeah, Mark, what were you saying? What before I interrupt you? I'm sorry.
no, like, I was just going to say that, like, the whole say yes so that you don't embarrass him and then privately tell him no, that's the equivalent of, like, giving somebody their test results and being like, well, says here you're all good, you're perfectly healthy. Nah, just kidding, you've got 2 weeks left to live, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
You know? Like,
just give me straight up the answer.
right.
Doc, am I gonna make it, or do I have the COVID?
You have 10 years.
Oh,
You have 9. You have 8.
I remember that joke.
Uh-huh. But yeah, Fabrice, I think it's best to just rip off the Band-Aid.
Okay.
Don't make them feel better.
And they'd be like, "You're gay."
Yeah, moral of the story is never make anyone feel better ever for any reason.
Yes,
Be a dick
Walk up
all the
around
time.
people and be like, hey,
be a
fuck you,
dick
you're
the
ugly.
whole time. Be like,
That doesn't
"Yeah,
mean
fuck
be a
you
dick.
breathing. How dare you breathe?
Yeah.
You think I'm gonna marry you breathing my air? No,
So
that's my air."
You abuse me all the time. Be
So
quiet.
Mark, you
Don't
said
say
you had
that.
a topic you wanted to start off with.
Oh, yeah, so basically, just like I figured we would do.
Yeah, it looks so fat.
Like, just to quickly summarize all the crazy shit that's happened this year.
The good,
And
the
Murder
bad.
hornets.
What our predictions are for next year.
What?
It's like a end of the year summary. It's like how everything went and what we think.
Like
it's
the
gonna be
YouTube
bad.
rewind.
But not the good one.
No, not the.
But YouTube Rewinds is already bad.
hang on,
They
I'm gonna
cancel
do
it for
close up
this
for
year.
this.
Yeah, I know, because they don't want people to get infected.
Yeah.
This was the worst year ever.
Okay.
That's a big eye right there.
This year sucked.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. This year sucked.
It had,
Some
It
good
had some
actually
moments.
did come out from this.
the stimulus check.
You just
No.
Oh wait, I never received the first one.
Well,
Not even
yes, you
Oh,
did, but your
no.
dad took it. But besides
My
that,
dad took it. That doesn't count if I did not receive it. My dad took it.
no.
That
But what I
fucking
mean,
Peruvian.
no. But what I mean is what I mean by good this year. I didn't mean for us. I mean actually like the planet itself. Like some good actually came
For
out
like
of the planet.
right.
2 seconds for like 2 weeks.
Best thing ever. Trump is out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
Daddy Don Don.
No, because I read and I actually saw that the coral reefs are actually coming back again.
They're growing back, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because
The
of like
what?
We're not there to
Rates?
fuck
the
with
Coral
coral
reefs.
reefs, because the lack of human contact, not a lot of human population destroying everything.
Right.
So,
Nature is going back to its natural
Yeah.
habitat, basically.
Basically, nature's had time to breathe,
yeah.
which is good.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like literally people in
this is
India
hard.
where they actually saw the fucking Mount Everest, which has never been seen for the past 50 or 60 years finally
That
shows
is
up again.
Mount Everest.
Yeah, Mount Everest.
Like getting a clear view of it.
Oh no, yes, fun fact. They discovered that you know the tallest peak of Mount Everest where everyone climbed and usually dies trying to climb to the peak? Turns out that wasn't even the tallest peak. There's another part that's actually taller than Mount Everest.
Oh,
So
fuck.
basically it's like your achievements are useless now.
Imagine that.
Something
Basically.
like that would make me seppuku.
Seppuku. Time to commit
Like, I was not
seppuku.
good enough.
Imagine being a ghost and haunting Mount Everest. You'd be so bored.
Honestly, Mount Everest is actually pretty creepy to the point where the dead people's, like, their bodies where they are, they use us as checkpoints to know, like, how deep the mountain is. Because
Yeah, they do.
can't
Yeah.
go to the bodies.
Because of the cold.
Yeah.
No, and plus it can always recover the body, so there's a shit ton of bodies up there that are
There's like
never
300
recovered.
bodies up there.
Yeah, they're like something like that. There's like a shit ton of bodies, and plus they can't all recover all the bodies, so
They just leave
literally
them as
there's
checkpoints.
bodies just leave
Didn't
it,
they,
just
wait,
leave
at
it there.
one point, didn't they try to send somebody to go, like a team to go recover the bodies?
Yeah, and then they end up dying, some of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
So like you said, people use like a llama, like go up a mile once you see the dead body with the orange jacket, turn right. So,
Yeah, turn your right.
Don't confuse that one with the dead body with the blue jacket. Make a left.
Yeah,
there.
completely different.
Yeah, those are two completely different. Look, if you pass to the dead body with the black jacket, you've gone too far. Gone too far.
But that's what the good outcome I can see, the nature for 2020. But of course, it's not
Daddy
good for us.
gone.
Yeah.
That's also a good outcome.
Yeah.
Besides the whole virus,
Murder hornets. No, I'm just
murder
kidding.
hornets.
That was short lived.
Yeah,
That was really short lived. No, because the good thing is they weren't really. They were a threat, but not really to humans. They were mostly a threat to the bee population. The bee population is already suffer enough, so the reason people were like acting up, mostly the bee experts, is because murder hornets in Japan are actually basically bee hunters.
Yeah.
And they literally attack an entire hive of bees and murder every single bee inside the colony.
Well, that's
And
not very
like,
nice.
yeah, they're
They
aggressive
just
as hell.
Kill all of them, take their shit, and like move on.
Yeah, and attack
Like,
the
So,
next
like,
one.
YouTube
Yeah.
video of like the hornet
Yeah.
attacking bees. I was watching the hell out of that.
Yeah, like they're like here's the thing, because the United States bee doesn't have the defense mechanism like the Japanese bees have to defeat the murder hornets. So hence why people are
what you're saying?
basically, because the thing is the Japanese bees, they through time they learn to have a defense mechanism against them, in a sense of they all gang up on one of them and then they all shake on him. That the thing what I heard is when they all shake on him, it sends it every single bee grabs you and shakes on you, they make a heat that basically burns your like flesh.
Yeah.
So they burn the flesh of the murder hornets when they each time they attack. But the United States bee don't have that. They don't know that strat.
Actually,
They haven't
they
unlocked
really
that
sting you
strat.
once.
Actually, they do.
They basically die.
No, they don't. They
No,
don't.
They do.
Study
because
shows they
do
don't.
that- you know how they choose a new queen?
No.
So how bees choose a new queen when they're old, when the old queen is too old and can't reproduce anymore, what they do is they wrap around it and circle it. When they cover it to a point where they call it the love circle or love heats, where they actually cover it up and let it die from the heat itself, and then from there they choose a new queen.
Oh. Yeah, but they don't use it as a defense mechanism.
No,
That's
but
the
it's a
thing.
weird thing
They don't know.
because I saw a video before where it showed like bees itself. When a wasp came in and like they were all together, it killed one of them. So while one was given away as a sacrifice, they all attacked it and like killed that wasp.
That was probably a different bee then, because the United States bee don't use it as a defense mechanism. That's the thing. That's the reason bee experts are freaking out here in the States. Is because the bee population is already a shit show here. So now with the murder hornets, and basically murder hornets don't really attack people unless you provoke them. They're like one of those creatures that like, if you fuck with me, I'll fuck with you, basically. But what I heard is these guys just mostly target bees because that's mostly their source of like nutrition and whatnot. They basically steal the honeys from the bees. It's crazy because I remember what I heard. They literally decapitate every single bee and eat the babies, like the baby bees.
You mean larva?
It's an entire shit show, yeah. Because there's many bee experts that found a bunch of bee colonies murdered, like an entire massacre, because one murder hornet just literally went in and just destroyed them.
Imagine being a bee forensic detective.
Oh my god, there's
Like a bee crime scene with the tiny little like orange checks with like the
Don't
police
text or any
tape. All right,
ideas.
what?
I know my cousin from Japan warned me about these guys. He told me these guys are deadly.
That can be the gritty sequel to Bee Movie.
Oh god, no.
Oh,
I
and
still
the
refuse to watch that movie.
why? It has Jerry Seinfeld, everybody's favorite
Give me a bigger
comedian,
response.
everyone's favorite comedic.
Oh god, I honestly never liked Seinfeld.
Same. I never liked
I've
Seinfeld.
never
I
found
actually
it
like.
fun.
I grew up on it because it was always on like TBS when I turned on the
Same.
TV. So I'm like, and it's actually pretty. I found it pretty funny.
I don't know, I never got into the show, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
But back on topic, yeah, murder hornets. They've died down for a bit now. One of the cool things is I remember a bunch of scientists actually tracked one down with a little tracker on one of the murder hornets' wings. So they tracked it to like one of their hives, and they cut down the trees, and they took out like 8 murder hornets in that tree that was trying to make like a small colony. And luckily they stopped them because they were already reproducing like eggs and whatnot.
Did
Oh
they
god.
burn that shit?
No, they didn't burn it. They used them to study them more.
Oh, okay.
And it's actually pretty cool
They're
because
not
they,
reproducing basically, so that's good.
yeah, they basically stopped them from reproducing. But it was actually pretty cool how they did it because this YouTuber I watched, they explained the whole process and they said it was actually pretty cool because they literally had them in little like tank thingies that you just see them kind of wobbling around, kind of just moving
Oh,
around.
like that
And they
glass
also
lizard
stopped.
they put Loki in Avengers.
What?
Yeah, kind of.
Wait, what?
But yeah, it was like that. It was interesting, but yeah, that kind of died down for now. From what I hear, there's really isn't any other news about them really.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't
Like,
heard anything in months.
Yeah, that's the thing. I didn't think we took care of all of it, but we took care of like one of the big things. So I'm not sure. We haven't really got any.
Remember, if 2020 is a movie, you can't kill all of them because then there's no sequel hook. There's always like one egg left.
True.
Yeah.
Like the ending of the shittiest Godzilla movie, which would be the American Godzilla movie.
AKA Zilla.
Uh,
AKA Toho does not acknowledge that one as Godzilla. Hence why they bought the rights and renamed it Zilla.
mm-hmm.
But what else? What else? You got that. You got the random monoliths
Right.
appearing.
Do you
What?
remember how fucking weird it is that it doesn't even... It seems like forever ago, but remember when we were talking about the fires in Australia? That was
Yeah.
this year.
That was
Yeah.
this year, yeah. The
And-
koala bear,
Yeah,
my
there was
favorite.
that.
Yeah,
the wild
that,
fu-
I still remember we were in... I think we were in Andres' car, right? Talking about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that stupid wildfire that happened in California because they were like, hey.
Yeah!
Oh yeah,
Our
let's tell our
gen-
baby. Yeah, it's
No,
a
and I
boy.
still remember one of us literally said, damn, can this year get any worse?
Oh,
I think that was you, Fernando. That
I
was
think I
you.
said that, and then no, I knew about the virus slowly because remember we were talking about it. You, me, Irving, and Maria one day went to 7-Eleven.
Irving kept bringing it up, yeah.
Yeah, and he was bringing it up, and then we were all talking about the virus, and then I don't know, we also connected it with Resident Evil for some reason. We're like, no,
Yeah.
but like, who's Sergeant Zero? Who's Patient Zero? And then we all just start talking about it, and it's like, wow, like hopefully this shit doesn't come here. Well, what else can you do? They never took it seriously in the beginning, and then
Yeah.
oh shit, why are we losing our people?
It's like Germans in the 1920s or early 30s going, that crazy guy's not going to get far.
Next thing you know, Germany.
Yeah.
It's pretty in Deutschland.
But so, what do you think? What kind of predictions you would have for the outcome of 2021?
My
I don't know.
Is people think it's suddenly gonna go back to normal as soon as we hit the new year. It's not.
No.
It's not.
People think
not.
it's gonna magically disappear. That we're not gonna have masks anymore. That everything's gonna go back to
No.
normal.
That's the reason I like to
It's gonna
declare
go back to normal.
2021 as no 2021 as 2022 Electric Boogaloo. This time the virus comes back
Oh god.
with a fury.
Honestly, I'm gonna predict that 2020 was definitely Hallows Part 1. 2021 is definitely Hallows Part 2, where
God.
shit gets even crazier.
I actually saw a video which was actually pretty funny and kind of relevant. It was a video of Among Us where 2020 was an imposter. They voted him out, and they were playing like 21 Pilots is like what is it? The Suicide Squad one, the song.
Oh, Heathens?
Heathens.
So they were playing that in slow motion, and then as soon as the imposter was gone, 2021 starts coming in, being like, like, oh god,
No.
It's me.
I'm
It's me,
I'm
the
an imposter
ghost.
too.
Who knows? It could be better. It could be worse.
Yeah, that's
You
the
gotta
whole
play
thing. We don't
smart, I
know the
guess.
future.
I think that the first half of the year is going to get even crazier, and then it'll sort of start to actually die down towards like the middle.
Yeah, like with the whole virus thing, I think as soon as Biden's in there, he's gonna be doing shit a lot different. Shit that should have
Yeah.
been fucking done. And Trump supporters are just gonna fight it. You're still gonna have people not wearing their mask and all that shit. Wear your fucking mask. I'm talking to you people out there, whoever's watching this, wear your fucking mask.
That one Trump guy that disliked our other video. We're talking to you, buddy.
We did it, boys. We got haters.
Anti-maskers.
We're
Watch it,
haters.
to you.
watch it just secretly be Irving.
Irving somehow finds the link. It's like, hey, I know you guys were talking about me. Talk about my guns, my Trump's love.
Ooh,
But
I'm not even gonna even acknowledge that right now.
yeah, I mean, 2021 could be good, could be bad. I guess we're just going to have to wait and see. The only thing we can
Yeah,
do
there's
is do our best, keep ourselves safe, everyone else around us safe, and yeah. Hope you guys have a great end of the year. Be safe, all
Yeah.
that stuff. Hope 2021 comes better, and we'll see you guys soon.
And remember, don't swim puku.
Mhm.
no, stop it!
No swim
Bye.
puku.
Have a good night.
Get out my face. Get out my face.